have so much to catch you guys up on because every single one of these enclosures has a baby in it, and there's a lot of them. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I currently have 32 babies. Last time I made a video like this, I had 10. So a lot has happened. There are now 2 clutches of chameleons that have hatched. We have clutch number 1 that hatched in May, and we have clutch number 2 that hatched in July. They were laid 2 months apart. Clutch 1 hatched at 252 days, and clutch 2 started hatching at 247 days. So very similar incubation time. We have a lot more babies with the second clutch, so let me try my best to catch you up on everything. So first things first, we have clutch number 1. There are 10 babies in clutch number 1. They are numbered now at this point because I gotta keep track of everyone. They are certainly getting their colors. There are definitely males, there are definitely females. I wanna say my best guess right now is 4 males, 5 females, and there's 1 runt that's like so incredibly tiny that it's still brown. It hasn't gotten any of its colors yet. I'm still very, very, very closely monitoring this chameleon. That's what I'm calling baby 10. So 1 through 9 are all good. At this point, they are all on the top shelf. They were originally in the second shelf because that was like eye height and I only had that many, so it was easier for me to check on everyone and feed them and everything. But I recently had to move them up to the top shelf, which was quite a process because they're 2 months old at this point and they are squirmy. They're so squirmy. They jump a lot. People are like, do chameleons jump? The answer is yes, especially when they're babies, because you'll just be holding them and then they just boink, jump off you. It's totally a defense mechanism. They are very much just trying to get away from you because they think you're going to eat them. I understand, but it makes them very difficult to handle and move even when I try and use a stick. So it's quite the process getting them all from the second row up into the top row. So they're all there. At this point, they shed around 1 month old and 2 months old. So they've shed twice now. They're a little over 2 months. They are still eating fruit flies, but the most common feeder that I'm using with them are 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch crickets. I had them on pinheads, then 1/8, and now we're on a 1/4 inch. Also, keeping crickets and like thousands of crickets is quite the experience. Up until this point, I feed my chameleons everything but crickets. So you've got dubia roaches, black soldier fly larvae, silkworms, hornworms, waxworms, superworms, black soldier flies, hawk moths, blue bottle flies, wax moths. Like I feed them everything but crickets. I really don't want to deal with crickets. And let me tell you, having this many babies and having to order thousands of crickets at a time is a big learning curve. I'm trying my best to keep the crickets alive by keeping them clean and everything else. So that's been an experience. So yeah, they're doing good on that. I think I've decided on which one I'm keeping. I'll keep that a surprise though for now. For anyone who's interested in one of these babies, please, please, please fill out an application on my website, neptunethechameleon.com. I will be reaching out, I expect in a couple weeks, once I have confirmation on which ones are males and which ones are females. And I'm looking at like early fall time frame to start shipping them out. So maybe another like 2 months or so would be my guess. So that's very exciting. This is baby 7. I think this one's male. There you go. Oh, focus. Hiding. There you go. I think this one's male. Some blues in the cheek. But let's talk about clutch number 2, okay? Because this is, a lot has happened. So I had 25 eggs at this point. There are only 2 eggs left that haven't hatched. One's a little concave, so I don't have high hopes for that one. And the other one is still looking white and good. So they always say incubate until no debate. So as of now, 23 of the 25 have hatched. One didn't make it out of the egg, so we've got 22 babies. Now here's what happened, okay? The eggs started sweating. I was like, all right, here we go. I started like building out enclosures for the remaining eggs. I wasn't sure exactly how many were going to hatch, and I had one egg start sweating. I think it was about three or 4 days before it hatched out. And then all the other eggs within like a day or two started sweating and pipping. And I'm talking like I had like 18 or 20 of them like already cut and waiting to pop out. So I had one come out, then I had two come out, and then I had three come out. So within those 3 days, I had 6 babies. Now here's the kicker. Then I had a vacation planned, and not a vacation I can reschedule. I went on a cruise, okay? So it was a 3-day cruise. I had to go to the port or whatever, so like I left Thursday, came back Monday. But at this point, the babies are actively hatching, like popping out of the eggs. So what I do, I had my mom come over. She watched my dog. Usually I bring my dog to her house, but instead she brought her dogs to my house. And on that Thursday, the first baby hatched Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That Thursday, 11 babies hatched on one day, 11 of them. And then the rest of them Friday, Saturday, and then I got back on Monday to 22 babies. I went from 10 to 32. So yeah, things are a little crazy around here. If my hair is any indicator, it's in like a frizzy bun, because like that's a reflection of my mental state right now, because there are so many babies, so many fruit flies, so many crickets just like all over my reptile room because they pop out of the enclosures. So let's talk about the 22 babies. So only one of them didn't end up hatching, and like I said, the 2 eggs. There is one baby that has like a mouth deformity. It kind of looks like a cleft palate type of issue that like we will see in humans and such. I believe it is now eating. I'm looking for microscopic poop to monitor that. I think as long as it's able to eat and grow and like doesn't have any tongue issues or anything like that, I think it should be fine. It's actually very adorable with its little mouth, so I'm hoping that one pulls through. But all the other babies are looking good as of now. I will say with this many babies, it's like a lot harder for me to keep tabs on everyone versus when I just had the original 12, now 10. So yeah, things are so crazy. I'm just trying to survive. And I also have like other responsibilities outside of caring for because I still have my adults, I still have the podcast, I have my day job. So yeah, things are quite busy around here. Still very happy with my setup. I owe you guys a video on like how I set this all up, but just trying to survive at this point. The bottom 2 rows do not have a Mist King connected to them yet because I have my advanced Mist King, which is like the biggest possible Mist King that you can get that I needed to connect everything to. What I did not know is that the advanced requires slightly bigger tubing going into the pump than a standard starter ultimate Mist King. So I have those parts ordered. They should be arriving soon. Let me know in the comments if you want me to like film a tutorial on that. I don't think it'll be very exciting because it's just gonna be a lot of misters and nozzles and tubing, but that'll be so nice to get this all set up. They are on fruit flies. I'm still breeding my own fruit fly cultures. That's been working well, but let me tell you, 22 babies eat a lot more than 10 babies. So cleaning takes longer, everything else takes longer, but yeah, I think everyone's doing well so far. So there you guys have it. You were all caught up on the babies. A lot has happened. We've got 32 babies in total. 2 I'm keeping my eye on, but keeping my fingers crossed. If you're wanting like daily updates, definitely follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. That's where I'm posting like short, quick updates because it is a lot to try and keep up with everything. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave any questions or comments down below. Feel free to subscribe so you know I post a new video. You can follow me and all my commands on social media at Neptune the Chameleon. Check out my website, neptunethechameleon.com. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! I think I should just redo that intro. Outro? Oh gosh, okay. I know what you're thinking. Stop! Stop jumping!